So as you can see, 3 of our 5 finals have been completed. All very, very good matches, but none going the full distance. Men's singles is up next, and it features the defending champion, Chen of China, who, of course, just over a month ago won the gold medal at the World Championships here in Denmark in the city of Copenhagen. His opponent in today's men's singles final is Seung-Wan Ho of Korea, the number 7 seed, but I can tell you Seung-Wan Ho has been playing some very, very good badminton of late. And then, of course, we finish off with men's doubles as well. And once again, like the men's singles, it will be Korea against China in the men's doubles. Well, before the men's singles final gets underway, we can look at the Destination Dubai rankings, the rankings done purely from the Super Series tournaments. And regardless of whether Chen wins or loses today's final, he still cannot overtake Lee Chong-wei, because Lee Chong-wei has won 4 titles and been in 6 finals already this year. Jan Jorgensen will remain at number 3, but I can tell you Seung-Wan Ho will leapfrog over Kenichi Tago, who couldn't contest the tournament here despite being the number 4 seed. Still injury troubles for Tago, and therefore the 4 and 5 places will swap positions, as indeed will be the case with the 6 and 7, because Vittinghus of Denmark lost in the first round here despite being seeded. Disappointment for him, and that means that Kento Momoto, the left-handed Japanese player, will go above Vittinghus. Tommy Sugiyato, well, he was the number 5 seed here, but he lost in the first round, and therefore he will go down 1 place. Lee Dong-kwang will go up a couple, and into the top 10 will come India's Srikanth Kidambi, who of course was one of 2 Indian quarter-finalists here at the Denmark Open. So come the new Destination Dubai rankings. After this tournament is concluded, there will no longer be 3 Japanese players in that top 10. Perhaps a little bit surprising, Morten, when we look at those Destination Dubai ranking lists. Only 1 Chinese player in the men's singles.
Yeah, I think that is a surprise, but it's also telling me that men's singles is very open. There are lots of nations contesting in the men's singles, and it's very, very close between them as well. So yes, but we also have to say that Lin Dan is not in the top 10, and had he played more tournaments this year, I think he would have been in the top 10.
Yes, of course, he won the Super Series prior to this Denmark Open, the Australian event. He won that, beating Simon Santoso in the final. But of course, Lin Dan withdrawing in his second round. Didn't play against Jan Jorgensen, the number 3 seed, gave him a walkover. Well, this is the man who wants to make history today. Seung-Wan Ho of Korea, trying to become the first ever Korean to win the men's singles title here at the Denmark Open. But he's up against the world champion, the defending champion here of this Denmark Open title. 2-time winner, in fact, Chen Long, here in Denmark, having won first of all back in 2011, and then regained his title last year. Incidentally, both finals he contested and won. Chen Long beating the world number 1 Lee Chong-wei in both those finals. So looking at the draw, well, I can tell you that in the first round, 3 seeded players lost in the first round. Couple that with Lee Chong-wei, the #1 seed, not being able to make it here to Denmark, nor Kenichi Taga, the #4 seed. And it meant by the second round we only had 3 seeds left. By the quarter-final, it was only 2 seeds left. And that was, 3 seeds left, because that was Chen Long and Song-Wan Ho, and of course Jan Jorgensen as well. But with 2 Indian players in quarter-final stage, with Kashyap Padupalli, the Commonwealth Games gold medalist, going through to the semi-final, upsetting the home fans with his wonderful display and shot-making against the European champion, Jan Jorgensen. But Chen Long, the defending champion, was just too good for Kashyap in yesterday's semi-final. So Song-Wan Ho, 26 years of age, Chen Long, 25. 2 men very much at the peak of their athletic careers. I'm sure both of them can improve still more, but #7 in the world ranking. He has actually been 1 place higher at 6. That was in June earlier this year. He went up 1 place in the Super Series rankings after Australia. And as I was just explaining, he's going to go up another place after being in the final here as well. So he had his biggest battle, actually, in the second round against the former world junior champion, Kento Momoto, the left-handed player, hour and 15 minutes. But against Srikanth Kidambi, he was 15-20 down in that first game, which he eventually won 23-21, and then the second 21-17. Semi-final, he had another left-hander, another former world junior champion, Tian Hao-wei, and it was pretty comfortable yesterday, but no seeded opposition for him on his way through to today's final. And that is indeed the case with his opponent, Chen Long, the world #2. From Fujian province, Chen Long. And this is his 6th final this year from 9 tournaments. Well, former world junior champions cropping up all over the place, because he had to beat the former world junior champion and recent bronze medalist at the World Championships just over a month ago, Victor Axelsen, in the first round. He had a real battle against the left-handed Samson Boonsak of Thailand in the second round. But how nice to see a French player in quarter-final of a Premier Super Series event. I think as far as men's singles is concerned, that's the first ever time that has happened. As we were saying, he beat Kashyap Padupalli of India in the semi-final. So Henrik Boas of Denmark is the umpire. François Meston of France is the service judge. Well, this is the 9th meeting between these 2 men. And Chen Long leads the head-to-head at the moment by 6-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Chen Long, China. On my left, Song-Wan Ho, Korea. Song-Wan Ho to serve. Love all. Play.
So Song-Wan Ho, the #7 seed from Korea, getting this final underway. And of course, the last time that these 2 players met, twice in fact, at the Asian Games in Korea just a couple of weeks ago. Good opening rally. Oh, wonderful backhand. And of course it was in the final of the men's team competition when China were playing against the hosts, Korea, that Song-Wan Ho really made the difference and got Korea off to that winning start, because he played against Chen Long and he won 21-5, 22-24, 21-14 in an hour and 19 minutes. And that really set the tone and set the belief for the Korean team to go on and win that gold medal. But when it came to the individual, in the quarter-final stage, it was Chen Long who prevailed in 2 straight games. So, we played each other twice in the last couple of weeks, so 2 or 3 weeks, I should say, really. They will know each other's games very well indeed as well.
Serves over.
Every time I think of Sun Wan-ho, it's when he played the All England this year, when he played Lee Chong-wei. I think it was the semi-final stage where he played the Malaysian, and it was a fantastic match. It was very, very close, and Sun Wan-ho was so nearly winning.
Yeah, 3 fabulous games, and it was indeed the semi-final of the All England this year.
It's really one of the better matches I've seen this year.
Yeah.
Serves over.
Korean doesn't really give opponents a lot of pace to feed off, does he?
No, and he's such a good runner. And keep his opponent on the court the whole time. And what I like about it, look at that, there's no time wasting. He's just onto it straight away.
Yeah. Oh, it's in.
Then that's in, yeah. We can sit here watching that.
Missed it. Well, this is only a 3rd Super Series tournament final for Sun Wan-ho. It's first of 2014 and his first ever Premier Super Series tournament final. Won the India Super Series event of 2012 and reached the final of the China Masters last year. Brilliant. Yeah, it's good to see him back to form, because after the London Olympic Games, Sun Wan-ho was out for 9 months from international competition, first with military duty, and then he had shin splints, and that's perhaps why he's wearing the long stockings, just keeping the calf muscles and the lower legs warm.
Yeah, he's very annoying to play because he's fit, he's quick, he's very good in the flat exchanges like any Korean player. He's got a so-called decent attack, that's what we just saw here, but he's a good runner and he can keep you on court for a long time. He doesn't give you any chances because, as you see, he's pushing a lot of things away from the net into the court.
7-2.
Oh, 5 straight points.
And somehow Chen Long really have to dig deep, because he's got to think, okay, if I want to win this match, I have to work. There is no easy way around this. I do not have the game to win easy in a match like this. I have to work hard, and there are no easy options. And I think at the moment he's kind of looking, oh, maybe I can survive a little bit easier than I thought. But there is no way, and he's got to start working now.
Service over. Three, 7.
Lost in the final of the Asian Games. Chen Long in the individual competition lost out to Lin Dan. Well, I think he's got even more strapping on his legs than he had yesterday. What do you reckon?
7.
That's what I'm saying. Bodysuit.
Great control at the net.
Yeah, that was good net play. One of the few giants when Chen Long was actually allowed into the net, closer to the net, and had that opportunity of playing a tight spinning shot.
Zhao on the left as we looked at them.
Very happy.
7.
Yeah.
Service over. 8, 6.
He had another opportunity, but he missed it, and he knows.
Goodness, he was ready to pounce, wasn't he?
He was. That's good play by Chen Long. I actually think he forced the error here.
Yes,
8.
I do too.
The way he was standing in waiting, that you can see that at the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
And you want to go tighter because you can see he's storming in. So he forced the mistake.
And I think that's an aftermath of forcing that mistake.
8-0.
I think that reverse slice, which was a nice idea from Song Wan Ho, after his opponent trying to pounce on the previous net shot, I think he felt the necessity to play the perfect shot rather than just making sure it was a building shot.
Could be. Out. Yep.
They're into the lead, Chen Long.
9-8.
He was 2-7 down.
Yeah.
9-8 up.
7 of 8 points.
Wasn't it when I was saying, you know, he's got to make a decision?
Yeah, it was. Brilliant.
I would call it a challenge.
Would you?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
9-all.
In fact, if I remember correctly, we've only had one challenge today, haven't we? And that was the very first point of the mixed doubles.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That was the flick serve. But this is some of the shots that Son Wan-ho have to start playing. I find his game is a little bit too simple. It's a little bit too predictable. If you notice how many shots he's pushing away from the net, if you start counting, it will be 98 out of 100.
10-9.
Which means when you play a drop shot, you know he's going to lift it. Which means, again, you can add on the pressure, you can apply the pressure from there, because he will never, that's wrong, but he will hardly ever just play it back at the net. Lift. Here we saw an example of the opposite. He actually played it back to the net, but as I say, it happens so rarely. Just start counting a little bit.
Yeah.
This is unusual for him.
It's deep into the back corner and plumb on the line.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Chen Long is really good at, I think. You know, obviously being world champion and up as number 2 in the world, he is a very, very good player. But one of the distinct qualities of his game is the fact that he's played with very good length.
20 seconds.
Always.
20 seconds. Thank you. Korea, thank you.
Well, did you notice the Korean coach there, Morton? Do you remember him? Indra Wijaya from Indonesia.
11-10.
Yeah, Indonesia, yes.
Now coaching Korean men's singles.
Yeah, surprise to me. I've never seen that. Oh, never, but I've not seen that before. Korea had one men's doubles coach, and that was Tan Kim Ha.
That's right, from Malaysia.
Yeah.
Twelve, 10. Service over. 11-12.
And that's where I think when he's up against good smashes, Son Wan-ho, he will get into trouble on that, because what happens is exactly what we see here. Chen Long moving away from the net, giving himself good opportunity, good chance, and really be able to put the power, pace, body, everything behind it. That's a good shot by Son Won-ho. Very nice smash down the line.
12-13.
Just wide.
13.
Oh, once again, all level.
Service over.
It's a couple of times he's played that far shot from the backhand net deep into his opponent's backhand corner. And once again, that was perfect.
That's what I'm saying. He's playing with very good length.
Yes, intro Wijaya.
And if you combine the very good length with his very good defense, there's a reason for the good defense. And I always say that a good defensive shot is a good length is really enhancing your defense. So I think that's one of the reasons why that Chen Long has got such a strong defense. He's playing with very good length.
Yeah.
But that's a very, very nice follow-up here.
Yeah.
Quick. And that's the kind of surprises that Son Won-ho have to, you know, throw in to the match. He's got to do things like that.
Service over. 15-14. Service over. 15-all.
That was lift number 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Nope, that was the change.
Yeah.
10 lifts in a row. And just one rally. Just proving my point.
Yeah.
16-15.
And what happened when you changed it up?
He won it.
Yeah. Just wide.
17-15.
Oh, the luck of the net cord. My goodness me.
16-17. All.
So this is where we normally is the wrong word, but this is where we often see Chen Long play really well. When it comes to these very tight situations, that's when he's good.
Chen.
Still dares to play.
Yeah.
17 all.
I don't know if you noticed, it did not pay off for Chen Long, but there was one stage in this rally
18-17.
where he played the net shot to Song Wen-ho's backhand, and he chose to lift it down the line, but Chen Long, he was already standing there, waiting for it, smashed down the line, but Song Wen-ho's defense was good enough to withhold that pressure. But the mere fact that Chen Long, he was there, he was waiting for it, he took the chance, he played it, is just telling me that he knows. He knows. And once again, saw the lift, and this time he forced himself underneath it and played a very good smash down the line. Look at this. He knows the lift is coming on many, many occasions.
This is one of 4 straight points now.
And at least 3 of these points has been very attacking.
Service over. 18-19.
That's what I said it earlier. He's good playing these crucial points.
Yeah.
The way he moved in on that, it's a chance to take. But the way he was lurking there, waiting for it, taking his chance, really well played. It looks of nothing, but it was a wonderful chance to take.
And that good chance taken very well indeed. Means that he has 2 game point opportunities.
He was waiting for that one as well. Yeah, this time a very patient rally from both the players, waiting for their chance. Chen Long had a half chance here,
19,
but missed it. Look at this, how close it is. Look at that.
Yeah.
So, again, I have a feeling that we will see an attacking Chen Long in this rally.
Play.
Look how he was,
He was
encroaching
lurking,
forward.
He was waiting for it.
What a tremendous opening game. 28 minutes of wonderful, intriguing badminton.
21-19.
6 of the last 8 points from 15-17 down. Chen Long comes back to take game number 1. Indra Wajaya taking all of his allotted time to speak to Song Wan Ho. Korean coach
Second game.
Indra Wajaya. Many people will perhaps remember, although he was born in Indonesia, competed for Singapore, was recruited under their talent identification scheme and recruitment. So Chen Long, the defending champion, 2-time winner of the Denmark Open, 1 game away from winning a 3rd title here.
One lock.
And Morten, I was fascinated to hear what you said in the opening game about, you actually said it at 17 all. You said this is where Chen Long in the tight situations, but he had actually just won 2 points. He had come
Prior to that, yeah.
from 15-17 down. And I absolutely agree with you 100%, which is why I have difficulty understanding why Chen Long, twice this year, when he has been the #1 singles player for China and leading China's campaign in Thomas Cup and then in the Asian Games, leading off first men's singles, first of all in the semi-final of the Thomas Cup, loses to Kenichi Tago, and then losing to his opponent of today in the final of the Asian Games men's team. Setting off. So you come to a situation like this, I've seen it like you time and time again in individual tournament play.
1-2.
Come the tight situation, he's very, very good. And therefore it doesn't seem to tie in with me with not his frailty, because that's not right, but he hasn't performed under those team pressure situations as you and I would have expected him to.
I totally agree. And but both you and I, we've tried it on many, many occasions. And it is not as easy, somehow, to play for the team as it is to play individual. The pressure, when you go out there, you have to win the match, obviously for yourself, for the team, for the nation. And somehow it's not so easy. And very often when we bring in new younger players into the Thomas or Uber Cup teams in Denmark, we spend quite a lot of time explaining to them that, you know, this is a totally different ball game. You might be used to play the All England or whatever you played before, but when you go in and play that team match, it's totally different because the team is riding on your back. And I think Chen Long is obviously having to fill some really, really big shoes in terms of Lin Dan.
Yeah. So it's almost as if the pressure is off when you play individual competition, because
that's wrong to say. But
yes, because, you know, if you lose, you've let yourself down, and you can live with that. If you lose in team competition, you've let the team down, you've let the nation down, and the fear of letting all of those people down is an extra burden of expectation.
Yes, it is. It's totally different. I will never forget some of my first Thomas Cups. I will never. I was so nervous. That's it. Oh, I think it's...
Oh, challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Ah, first challenge since the first rally of the mixed doubles.
Which was called in.
Yeah, it was.
And it was in. They lost it.
Yeah, let's have a look here. Yeah, that's in too. Hawkeye has proved the line judge is right once again.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 4-3.
Just one final word on that discussion we've just had about playing in a team scenario, because the sport of badminton is fundamentally an individual sport, isn't it?
It is.
And you take somebody out of that context and you throw them into a team scenario, and it's just so interesting to see how that individual copes with that completely different environment. And of course, we've just had, in sporting terms, we just had the Ryder Cup, which is another wonderful example of how individual sports people are thrown together in the team environment, and seeing how they cope and how they deal with that. What a good rally here.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Brilliant net.
That's good play.
Brilliant net play. And it's interesting to me that, you know, Tiger Woods' record in team competition isn't that good.
No, you
It's
know
not.
them much better than me.
It's not that good, and nor is Phil Mickelson. And yet, you know, you've got players like Colin Montgomery over the years playing Ryder Cup was absolutely superb. Ian Poulter now has been very good in team scenarios. So it's fascinating to take these athletes out of the individual environment and throw them into the team. But it is very, very different. It's a whole different scenario and a whole lot of different pressures. It's landed in, and some players respond better, and I think this man, Son Wan Ho, is obviously a man that's responded very well in the team scenario.
Yep. And so did the two Japanese men singles.
Yes.
Tago and Momota.
Yeah. very good smash, but he was waiting for the lift again, wasn't he?
He was.
5-6.
He was already standing down there. That's nice disguised.
Push. Serve over. 7-5.
Yeah, getting the court attendant to mop up all the perspiration, not just where he put his hand on the floor, but also in the centre of the court.
7-5.
Just wide.
Over.
Yeah.
6-7.
Oh, it very nearly came back in, but not quite.
It did.
Serve over.
That's one of the few times where you see Chen Long is pushing it too hard and out on that baseline.
Wants a change of shuttle. I have to say, I do like the fact in men's singles in general, there is a certain respect amongst all the top players. One asks the other to change the shuttle, and it's just changed.
Always done.
Yep. That's not the case in all disciplines.
No. That's very politely put. Very politely.
Oh, he's waiting for that, wasn't he?
He was. It's going long. Yeah.
Service over.
Now, just to assure everyone, we are sitting
7-9.
right in the gods. Literally, if you stand up too high, Morton will bash his head on the ceiling here. So there's no way anybody on court actually heard that. So.
No, that's true. With my very powerful voice here. I'm very happy they have good microphones.
Oh, that's a super angle. Oh my goodness, I didn't like that.
No, everything's okay. Don't worry.
Oh, yes. Lovely. And then Chen Long just saying to the umpire, look, it is a little bit slippy in the middle of the court, all the
He's got
perspiration.
hands on the floor as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. 8-9. Play. Serves over. 10-8.
Is out.
Serves over. 9-10. Yes, something.
Missed it.
10-all.
Well, it was 11-10 at the mid-game interval in game number 1. We're going to have the same scenario here in the second.
Yep, either way. That's good to see. That was very good to see from on one hole here.
11-10.
That block back to the net. Good spinning net shot. Forced the error on the lift. Not a lot, but out.
Yeah. Just during the mid-game interval here, Morten, we were talking yesterday about the Danish men's doubles pair going out, Boa Mogensen, and therefore no Danes involved on finals day, and we were pondering when that last happened. Did you look it up?
No, I didn't, but knowing you,
Only 2 years ago, 2012.
it happened.
No Danes on finals day.
Yeah. That's a bad trend.
11-10.
It's a bad trend seen from a Danish point of view.
And as a European point of view, a tournament in our region where we're not having to cope with jet lag and, you know,
Used to the food and
Exactly.
all of the rest of it.
not to have any Europeans in is, and especially no Danes in your home event, is disappointing. Oh, that's nicely done.
It is. We saw that earlier in the first game as well. Same one, lurking, waiting for that one and moving into it. Beautiful. Out. Must be out on the sideline.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, coming back a little bit to what you said, no Danes in the final. I have this feeling that, you know, Victor Axelsen really has to start stepping up now. I know he's not that experienced. He's, what, 20, soon 21, or he will be 21 in January, I think. But he's got to step up. I know he won a bronze medal at the World Championship. But the way he lost to Lee Chong-wei in that semi-final, and the way he lost to Chen Long in the first round here, score-wise, he's nowhere near, and he's got to start picking up. If you look at Sung Wan Ho here, losing first set, first game, 21-19, still in here, 12-11, 12-all. Victor Axelsen has not been near that kind of scores.
No, his first round loss to Chen Long was 25-17.
17 and 12 or something. 10. So he's, in terms of Danish badminton, seen from that point of view, he's got to start stepping up now.
Nice backhand too. Oh my
that's
goodness.
nice. That's nice.
Yeah, that was courage.
It was, but that's good. That's nice. He's got to play that kind of shots.
Look, Chen Long's already moving forward, ready to pounce, but it was a wonderful, great control from someone Ho on that net play. My goodness me.
Thirteen, 12. Play.
Oh, what a backhand. You know, a couple of times I've thought with Song Wan Ho when he's played his backhand, I think it was, may have been the previous rally as well as this one, because you and I were a little bit critical yesterday when we were watching Kashyap Padupalli and his backhand. And it had occurred to me earlier in the match that what a difference. Yes, he's playing the backhand, but he's doing something with it. He's getting himself out of trouble, the Korean.
He's attacking it somehow.
Yeah.
Where Kashyap is waiting too long and is playing it too nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's too neat, it's too nice, it's too slow.
Well, that was a good little run of points. 5 to be precise from Song Wan Ho. Yeah, that was a nice backhand too, my goodness me.
It was. But I don't know what went wrong for Song Wan Ho here.
Yeah.
Because he shouldn't be caught in that. It was a nice shot.
Yeah. But he'd got his opponent to play that backhand, which is fairly rare with Chen Long, isn't it?
Yeah, but he really played a very nice disguise down the line, and then for some odd reason he was not really covering that corner.
Yeah, didn't follow up. Yeah, that was better. So he didn't really make a decisive move. I wonder if he's sort of lost his spatial awareness there by looking at his opponent. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I think it's really very bravely played by Chen Long, this. Because he was 16-12 down, and he has just still kept to the rallies and the belief that he can play safer, play better. And he scored 3 points in it. I'm waiting for that, you know, okay, when are we going to see the attack coming in 2 or 3 times just like that, scoring quick points. And now he's 17-15 down again.
Deja vu.
Yes.
Yeah, that was better. Stood his ground, Song Wan Ho.
He did.
Oh, good defence. That's a good rally. Oh, there was actually a little puff there from the Korean. You don't often see that, but that must have hurt physically. I'm not surprised. Match has been in progress 54 minutes already.
It is so interesting when you sort of look at it, and both of them, they're really waiting for an opportunity. They're sort of trying to anticipate, oh, that shot was good enough, I can't do anything about that. Oh, that shot is also good enough, I can't do anything. You know, they're constantly waiting for the tiniest little opportunity.
Yeah.
But they don't get it. None of them is giving it away.
No.
Yes.
See, there he took the chance. Now we're just back to square one. Play it simple again.
All.
Oh, that's good.
Very good.
A Lee Chong-wei special.
18-17.
Huge point, this.
It's going long. Yeah.
19-17.
Sense the crowd here wants a third and deciding game.
Me too. This is lovely to watch.
It's a good match. It's a very good match.
Wasn't out by much.
But definitely out. No reason to challenge that one.
No, good call line, judge. So 3 game point opportunities for Song Wan Ho to send this to a third and deciding game. Well saved, isn't it?
Good smash down the line there.
18-20. Thank you. Top, please.
But it is, though, tall order to save another 2.
Well, you never know.
No, but Sung Won Ho has lost that one. Try to look at Chen Long's racket here.
Yeah.
He was there.
Chen, play.
So just one opportunity left for Sung Won Ho. Goodness.
It's going out.
Oh, no, it's in.
It's in.
What a shot.
Sitting from here, I thought, oh, that is close.
Yeah. So 3 game points have been saved.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's 20 all in this second game as the match clock ticks over the hour mark. My goodness me, what a final this has been.
Play.
Well taken. Well, a little look from Chen Long towards the umpire as if to say, did he take that
21.
before or after the shuttle had crossed over the net? I think that was desperation, really, wasn't it?
Everybody does it. It's instinct.
Oh, it just all adds to the drama. 4th game point opportunity.
All saved.
21 all.
And that was like you were saying in the opening game, Morton, about Chen Long in tight situations, plays so well.
Yep. Let's see if I'm right.
Just going wide. Oh, there's a challenge here.
Yeah, but he's got to do it.
Yes, of course he has.
Call out.
Can't save your challenges. Might as well use them.
Accumulate them for the next match. The next tournament and so on.
Yeah. Oh, out by a whisker. My goodness me.
But in the eyes of Chen Long, it was far further out.
Yeah, my instinctive reaction was I watched it and I thought that was out by some considerable way. But my goodness, that was close. But after 4 game points for Sung Won Ho, Now Chen Long has a match point opportunity. Oh my goodness me.
That's the way to reply.
How good was that?
22 all.
Well, he apologises. 22 all.
Courage.
Yeah.
He's playing well. He is playing well.
Oh,
he
I
got
don't believe it.
That's in. That's in.
Well, I think we can safely assume Chen Long enjoyed that one.
Safely. But what a rally played by Song Wan Ho. He really created this rally all the way. And Chen Long, he just was hanging in there.
Thank you.
No, that extraordinary rally means that Chen Long now has a second opportunity
23,
to close out the match.
22.
Yeah. Second time of asking. And Chen Long wins his second consecutive title here at the Denmark Open, his third in total. He has defended his title and defended it in style. But my goodness me, what a good final that was. An hour and 6 minutes of wonderful men's singles badminton. Had to survive a crisis. The 4 game point opportunities for Song Wan Ho. My goodness me. Well, both players should be congratulated because the quality of badminton there, Morten, was quite outstanding.
It was very, very good play, and I think that Song Wan Ho really played a good match, and he gave it his very, very best. And on some occasions, I really think he played outstandingly, and especially here when he was getting tight at the end, he was showing a lot of courage and played very good badminton. Excellent final. We can all be proud.
Yeah, confirmation of the score. 21-19, 24-22 in an hour and 6 minutes.
Please welcome the YONEX Denmark Open 2014 medalists in men's single. The runner-up from Korea, Song Wan Ho.
A third Super Series tournament final for Son Wan-ho. And the second time he's had to settle for second best.
Denmark Open 2014, 21-19, 24-22, from China,
Chen Long of China. 3 times he has now won the Denmark Open, retaining his title that he won last year, once again as the number 2 seed. Mr. Ben Yoneyama, president of YONEX company, presenting the trophy and the prize money.
The medals and the MetLife Superseries mascot are presented by the chairman of Badminton Denmark, René Toft.
René Toft, the president of Badminton Denmark. First time I met the president was in 1977 in Malta at the European Junior Championships. We were reminiscing about it the other day.
Yep. Yeah, he's been around in Danish badminton for years and years and years. I actually think I played against him once. He was one of the coaches when I was a junior as well.
And the gift from Odense City are presented by Sten Møller, Deputy Mayor of Odense City.
Sten Møller presenting the flowers and the gifts on behalf of Odense City. Well, for Chen Long, a 13th Super Series title, his 3rd here in Denmark. And for the world champion, he must love coming to Denmark, having won his world title a little over a month ago in Copenhagen. He's always had a good run here at the Denmark Open as well.
Chen Long, a really tough match. What was the hardest part for you in this game?
你好，陈龙，这是一场非常艰难的比赛。你觉得整场比赛当中最困难的是哪个部分？
我觉得最困难的是我和对手其实都发挥出了100%的水平，对手也全力以赴去发挥出他的水平，所以打到我觉得第二局的加分应该是整场最焦点的时刻吧。
I think the hardest part is both me and my opponent. We play at our highest level, and I think the toughest part in this game is the second set when it's 20 over 20. Yeah.
Chen Long, I heard something about that you are going out tonight to have a steak. Which steak is your favorite?
我们听到了一个八卦，说你今天晚上要吃牛排。你喜欢吃什么牛排？
我今天晚上准备吃一个1000克的牛排，2份，因为丹麦的牛排确实是很好吃。
I love Danish steaks, so I will have 2 kilos of steaks tonight.
Thank you very much and congratulations.
Well, he deserves it too. So 4 finals complete and 4 titles to China. Will China make it a clean sweep because they're involved in the men's doubles as well? But the defending champions and world #1s Lee Yong-dae and Yoo Young-sung from Korea up against a pair that are appearing in their first ever Super Series tournament final together. They, between them, have won 32 Super Series titles. So the men's doubles, so often the last final on finals